Hi, this is Samuel Young. Welcome back to Groove at any time. Now, of course, this means that we can be on at any time, on any day, and with anyone. And that's why today we have yet another guest that we are bringing back once again, simply because this is just how we roll. We got so many guests and so many experts and so much good content that we just cannot line them up fast enough. But the cool thing about today's special guest is that time and time again, we have been told that this gentleman is their favorite guest from different people who have left comments, who have been on the live streams, who have been sharing about their experiences. So now, don't get me wrong, all of our guests and experts, obviously, they're all typically, not all the time, but typically they are very good. But this one, I believe, is a little bit special, right? I think this must be a little bit special because we have so many fans who want to see this guy back time and time again. And for me personally, it is a little bit easier to arrange simply because we are on the same time zone. I am in Malaysia and this person is in Singapore. And I would probably just say that it's good too, because it means that it's a lot easier for me to get a hold of them. I have lots of questions about technology, about different types of things that I always like to hit up this guy and ask him real quickly how to do all these things. So if he's such a great resource for me, I also believe that he is of tremendous value to all of you again. Now, of course, this is the man that I believe requires no additional introduction anymore, because I've probably introduced him half a dozen times or more over the past several weeks alone. And that's because, again, he comes back time and time again. And he really does have a lot of really great skills as well as talents. And really, so much so I don't really know where to go when it comes to the next time that he comes on. So what should you actually be sharing about? I actually have no idea, because this is the guy who actually knows a lot about different things. And so sometimes I have to refer to him and say, hey, so what do you want to actually share about today? Which brings us into today. Now, just to give you a little bit of a background, last week, I believe it was just about 5 days ago or so, he was actually on the show already, and he explained how he had been doing internet marketing for over 10 years. In fact, I met him initially when he was already a trainer for another company, working with other entrepreneurs who also happened to be my friends at the time. And so we hit it off really well rather quickly, and I got to know him pretty well rather quickly as well. And so, he already knew a lot of things from back in the day. But here's the thing, a lot of those things that he was already an expert in, that he was training on the stage and sharing with so many of his students 10 plus years ago, a lot of them are still extremely effective today, to this very day, which is why now we're going to want to extract some of that information from him as well. So if you didn't get a chance, make sure that you watch back when you do finally get the chance on the Groovathon. He was on for maybe a few different sessions. You can also see him on my own live stream shows, as well as last weekend's edition of Groove at Any Time as well. And today he is back to talk to us about how to use content to promote your own Groove affiliate links. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if you can be so kind as to help me to give a huge virtual round of applause and welcome back once again, Mr. Asher. How are you doing, friend? Good to see
Hey
you.
man, good to see you. Good to be back, bro.
Always a pleasure to have you, and thank you. Always, actually, now that you are on the anytime schedule, literally, it was just a couple of hours ago. Hey, are you free today? And Asher was like, "Yep, sure. Why not? I can do it as long as it's before 5 p.m." And so it's like 1:30 p.m. right now our time. So you're good. You're dandy.
Yeah,
You're good to go for, I don't know for how long, but I assume that you have your family coming to your house soon as well. So we'll do what we can. But in the meantime, if you're happy to see Asher, make sure that you say hi to him in the comments. I know that it is probably, in the middle of the night for many of you right now who might be watching. So if you're shy, it's all good. But of course, we want to make sure that Asher knows that he's being watched, that he feels welcomed. And of course, the more that we give him in terms of motivation and inspiration, the more that he's more inspired to share with us as well. So definitely come by, say hi. If you happen to be in different parts of the world other than in Malaysia or Singapore, where we are, drop us a note. Let us know which country you're in, as well as what time it is where you're at, because it's always a pleasure to say hi to all of you, regardless of where you're. So I'm sure you see some familiar names in the comments, don't you, Mr. Asher?
Yeah. So we have A Robert. Good to see you. Then we also have let's see. Let's just roll quick. So Priscilla Akpaita. Yeah, that's from Charlotte, North Carolina. We have Drumroll from Robert Bowman. We have Dra Heidi Otis Meta Quantica, I guess. Hello, nice to see you. Hey, yes, I'll try to deliver. I'll try to deliver.
So sometimes it's always planned to be an Asher Power Hour, but from what we know about Asher, this guy always over delivers. Sometimes we're at Asher Power double hours, or sometimes even more than that. But I'm hoping that because it is the weekend, at least for us, I think you probably have some plans as well. We also have a lot of friends actually coming from different places, and on this one is on YouTube as well. Greetings and
Simone, hi, True
hello,
Alexander. Hello, hello.
USA midnight. Yes, it's midnight plus at EST time as well. So yeah, we have lots of people who are joining us from all different parts of the world, and we might not necessarily get a good audience today, so to speak, on the live show because it is the weekend where we are, and in the US it is, getting to be the middle of the night, but it's also Friday evening as well. So regardless, at least we are here. We are here to share with you. And of course, if you're not able to catch us live, definitely catch us on the replay. It's all good because this is what this community is all about. We basically make sure that we have a lot of content for you that are archived so that you can actually watch us literally at any time. So very cool. Now, one thing that I'm sure many of you are familiar with when it comes to a lot of the things that we do is that, especially for Mr. Asher, he likes to share a lot about different strategies that he personally uses. Last night, I was on another interview where the event organizer who put it on, this is an event organizer who has been in the game for a number of years already. So he is very well tuned in terms of what's going on in our industry. And one of the questions that he asked me was on the topic of fake gurus, about people who obviously don't know what they're talking about, and maybe they came and they want to take advantage of people, especially during times of the pandemic. And we talked about how this fake guru problem had been around actually for the past few years already, but now especially during the pandemic, people are starting to become vultures, and they want to actually try and eat up on anybody else who is as desperate as they are to make ends meet. And so one of the things I said, is make sure that when you're talking to somebody that they are legitimate, they've been around for a long time, they have success stories of their own, and maybe even they're open to sharing even if money is not involved. And I can guarantee once you actually bring up the topic of money, most of these fake gurus, they will never ever give you the time of day if you don't pay them, if you don't invest in them, if you don't actually, if you actually pay them for their time, they're not going to pay any attention to you, because that's what they're in it for. They're in it for themselves. They're in it for the money. Now, for Mr. Asher, I can't tell you how many times, not just me, but many other people in the community who have met Asher ever since he became a part of the Groove community back in like March or February or whenever it might be, as well as after the Groovathon, where he got a lot more exposure after that time. Obviously, at that point, a lot more people reached out to you, Mr. Asher, and one after another, even for absolutely free, for just out of the kindness of your heart. We have so many people that I've heard from who have expressed that they are so grateful to you simply because that you are so willing to help them, whether it's in the middle of the night, whether it's during the weekend, whether it's at a time when you are busy. If you're outside, then you just send them a quick message on video like you did for me, hey, I'm outside right now. I'll be back home in about an hour, and let's chat. Let's get on the phone or whatever, right? And so a lot of people, and this is more than just one or two people, I'm talking about like a good handful of people always coming back to me and saying good things about you. So another thing that I think is really cool about what you've been sharing is that unlike a lot of the other fake gurus who will always try and give you resources and say, yep, you should sign up for this, you should sign up for that, and then send you their affiliate link so that they can get compensated and earn commissions, right? Asher is always recommending tools that are free. So whenever we do like these live stream stuff, I'm asking him, what's the best software for this and for voice and for video editing and for live streams. He's always recommending me all these free things as well. And it's very easy for him to just recommend me some tool, some like Camtasia tool or something else attached with this affiliate link. But he's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm a fan of free. And so he is very down to earth. He's very transparent. He doesn't claim himself to be a guru or a millionaire. In fact, he doesn't even try and say that he is rich, right? He's actually very, very open and say, I'm trying to learn just like everybody else. I'm trying to adapt into all this new technology stuff just like everybody else, but taking back what he has learned and continue to learn over the past decade plus. This is something that I believe makes Asher very, very unique. And so in combination of that, plus he's very humble. He's very, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm learning just like the rest of you. He also makes himself to be probably one of the more relatable guests that we have. And so that's why I think a lot of people like to connect with you, Asher, because you don't have the ego and you don't have the atas, the high class, like I'm better than you type of mentality. I'm just like you, right? That's what you say. I'm just like everybody else here. And so people can relate to you. And every time you share, you're always sharing free content. And that's why it's gold every time that we have the opportunity to learn from you, which transitions into things that we want to talk about today. Because for the past several weeks already, we've been talking about how you should be focusing in the last whatever several weeks left that we have in the rest in the year. And now we're actually quickly approaching 4 weeks left. In fact, we're less than 4 weeks left before 2020 is over. We absolutely want to do what we can to focus on you, to focus on, let's say, without having the shiny object syndrome, choose one thing that you want to focus on, that you will be able to get results before the year is over. And maybe as we embark into 2021, it's going to be your way and your method for making it your successful year. And so we decided as a community that we're going to focus on the Groove affiliate program because it makes sense. We have the resources here. We have the training here already. And of course, it's all in one built-in opportunity for all of us. It's a business that we can all be running. And so again, for Asher, it's very easy for him to say, yeah, so you can, buy traffic over here. In fact, he mentioned buying traffic before. And he said, you can use Facebook for ads, or you can use Google for ads, or you can use YouTube for ads. And yes, there are plenty of ways for paying for traffic as well. But as we just mentioned, for Mr. Asher, he is also a big fan of free, as I'm sure many of us are as well. So if you are also a fan of free, you like free strategies, you want free content that will get you results for absolutely free as well, type in the word free inside of the comments so that we know that you are also a big fan of free. And that's why we have Mr. Asher for us to share with us today some free information, some free training on how we can use free content in the form of content marketing to promote your affiliate links. So make sure that we let Asher know that he is in fact very appreciated. We got our friends already saying free. Yep, definitely. We got lots of people liking free, and I am also a big fan of free. But as I'm scrolling back up, it looks like while I was talking, we still had more people who are saying hi. So I'm sure you want to say hi to the rest of the fans and our friends who are saying hi to you right now. Derek, greetings from Texas. Tree is saying, yeah, private session. Matt is saying hi from New Zealand. And then we have our friends from all around the world. Hello, Simon and Asher. Asher and Simon from Finland. Hello, Simon. Hello, Asher. So we have a lot of friends who are here also continuing to say free as well. So awesome. Awesome. Now, in terms of you, Mr. Asher, let's bring you back up to full screen, not full screen, but a little bit bigger, because we want to start hearing from you now. Of course, we don't need to necessarily get you to introduce yourself every single time, because if you don't know who Asher is by now, I recommend that, as I mentioned in the beginning, go back to some of our previous trainings where Asher did introduce himself. And right now, we should actually be at the point where Mr. Asher is just somebody that we should be able to know, like, and trust with a lot of really good content. So for you, Mr. Asher, instead of telling you about yourself, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're going to be sharing about today in regards to content marketing, and maybe a little bit of your experience when it comes to this topic as well.
Yes, for sure. So thanks so much for the introduction, Simon. And for myself, what I've been doing, for those of you guys who are seeing me for the first time, so my name is Asher. I'm from Singapore. So what I do is I've been making a living online and doing a whole bunch of random stuff. So I'm not a guru. I'm just a regular dude like most of you guys over here. So I'm also making money from the internet. I'm making money doing multiple things. So I'm not some kind of like multi-millionaire guru kind of guy. I'm not. But I just really enjoy the whole affiliate marketing game. I really enjoy the marketing learning journey. And so, hey, what's up, Chris? So we have let me just run through some of the earlier questions and I'll address them. Then maybe we'll come back to about this whole thing about content marketing. So let me just scroll back a little bit. So what I saw earlier, right? So Facebook user, by the way, Facebook user. If you're watching this on Facebook, inside the description of this video, right, you can actually see there's a link. So you can click on streamer.com/Facebook. You click on that link, it will allow streamers for us to see your profile so that we know who we're talking to rather than just a plain old avatar icon. All right. So Matt, earlier I saw that you have this question over here. Have me set up pages and affiliate system. The affiliate system is already built into Groove, right? So that's already there. But to learn how to set up pages, there's there's tons of videos about it. So do watch those from David Lemon. A lot of that you can learn that from. And so also you can look at the bottom of there. We have a lot of support at .groovedigital.com, trainings, tons of it. There's a lot of the training. So if you're not sure how to do it, just scroll through some of the videos and learn along the way. All right. Let's see. So we have a whole bunch of people who want to learn how to do the free methods as we saw earlier. So this is an amazing name. Well, Buyan Mac Chimedort. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but it's an amazing name. I love that. This is a cool name. So Priscilla Afita. So this is Maria Lindrus, Isaac Atterbury, and this another Facebook user. So Sandesh Thacker. So and then we have, let's see, what are some ideas on where to go from one-person operation to creating positions for us to delegate responsibilities? Simple, my friend Robert. So if you want how to go from one-person operations to create positions, you got the way I look at it, because like what Simon says, I like to go from the free method and then afterwards go up. So if you have the resources, you can outsource. But the idea that I always believe in is you need to know enough about what you are trying to accomplish and do before you outsource it, right? Because the reason for that is you got to inspect what you expect. So you got to know what is that you're expecting, but you got to have some skill in there, some skin in there already, so that when you outsource it to somebody to delegate the responsibility, you know what to expect. You're not just like, here, take my money and then just do my stuff. And afterwards they don't deliver what you want because you don't even know what you want. All right. So how to go from one-person operation to creating positions? My take is to first be very clear on what you want to do, and then from that you want to be sure that you are clear on what is you want to create, what are the stuff that you want to work on, and then focus on your core strength, focus on what you're very good at, and outsource the rest to someone else to do. Okay, so that is what I would recommend. Focus on what you are good at, and then afterwards let someone else do the rest. Okay, so that is what I would recommend. All right, that's a very quick answer for that question. All right, so so GrooveFast Gamer. All right, so I see you changed the name. All right, so let's see, you were Derek Tristan. So you were on Facebook earlier and you're back here on using YouTube. Okie dokie. All right, so from Mongolia. No wonder, you're such an amazing name. All right, so Mongolians are such cool names, man. I think there was a band I watched online. They was using some traditional guttural music. I won't do it here because I don't think I'll be able to speak after attempting that, so I'm not gonna do that. But it's an amazing band. So we have Chris White. Yeah, good to see you, Chris. And okay, so we are definitely here how to learn how to make money from free traffic. Okay, so the concept is pretty easy. All right. So when you're learning how to do the whole idea about content marketing online, because as Simon did say earlier, there are free methods and there are paid methods. But I like the concept of free. The reason for that is because when done right, free traffic can keep coming in for years when done right. Okay, so the problem with free traffic in a sense is it doesn't give you that flood in the start. It's kind of stacking it. You gotta stack it. All right. So as you keep creating each little individual piece of content, they just stack over time. So that's the reason why I like the reason why I like to do it free is also because it allows me to stack the effort, so that as over time I'll be able to just accumulate the different kinds of effort to be able to do whatever I want to do. So the whole idea that I want to share about is one of the very simple concept is when you're on the internet, you need to do this thing called attention. You need to get this thing called attention, right? So when you want to get attention, this is the thing that we all want to get. When we go to the internet, we want to get certain attention. But before we get to the attention, the very first step is we need to get attention. This is the very first thing. So after we get attention, okay, we actually need to keep attention. Okay, so I'm just really quickly. After we keep attention, we got to learn how to convert their attention, and then we revert back up to we get attention. So this is the kind of thing that when you are creating content, right, you need to learn this cycle, because if you don't learn this cycle properly, you understand attention, you're able to get different attention. You want to get the attention first, then afterwards you learn how to keep it, and then you convert it, and you repeat this entire process. Okay, maybe I'm going the wrong way around. Okay, repeat the entire circle rather.
Speaking of getting and keeping attention, this is why people like to watch you, is because every time you always pull out some new tricks, live stream. Like I haven't even learned the last time that you used your iPad to put up a new screen and do all the scribbling here, and now you're writing all over your face on your own screen and all those cool things. And that's why we always get inspired and entertained just watching you. And yes, absolutely on the point of attention and grabbing attention, which is why earlier prematurely you probably saw this screen pop up. I don't know why, because it previously was not selected to share the screen. But now that we already saw it, this is a great example. And just to answer more and elaborate more on this particular points from Sendesh, how to make money from free traffic. Well, free traffic, this is actually what Mr. Asher, yes, is going to be talking more about here. He started talking about, the attention grabbing aspect, the keeping attention and all those things. But free traffic, you can get it, but it doesn't really make a difference, and it doesn't really help if you don't actually have something to promote in the first place. So it's not really a matter of how to actually make money with free traffic. That I don't believe is the right question to actually be asking. First, we need to understand what is the business model that you're going to be leveraging on. What is the way for you to actually generate your commissions or make your sales, right? And the reason why we're showing you this page, and the reason why we're actually even talking about the affiliate program for Groove in the first place, is because, as we mentioned, the program is already built in if you are already a part of Groove Funnels, which you should be if you have the capability to watch us right now. That means that you are already an affiliate, which means that you should already have something to promote, something to sell, even if you don't have a product or service of your own. So before you understand how to actually drive traffic, how to get that free traffic, what that free traffic mechanism actually is, we need to understand how we're going to actually be making money with that free traffic, right? So here's the thing. For all of you who are just starting out, who maybe didn't get the chance to go through all the hundreds, if not thousands of hours of different training that Asher was actually talking about, that's available from our YouTube channel, as well as right here in our Facebook groups, as well as GrooveDigitalAcademy.com. Well, here's the opportunity that all of you have right now. Simply go to GrooveJV.com, Okay, again, that's groovejv.com. And when you go to groovejv.com, you will see the page that you see on your screen right now. And so you'll see that the opportunity is already right there. And yes, you already qualify as long as you are already a member of GrooveFunnels. And if you're not already, what are you waiting for? Sign up on the link that you see on the page right now. And of course, get your free account. As you can see here, as a Groove affiliate, you can get paid weekly with the Groove Partner Program. And so all you need to know is that as part of the GrooveFunnels community, as a member, you already have your Groove affiliate membership. Now scroll down a little bit down to the bottom, about 1/3 of the way through the page, you will see where it says promotion tools. Okay, now here's where you're gonna get your affiliate links. If you check back a few Groove at Anytime sessions ago, I talked about 4 different ways, 4+1 actually, on how to actually use 4 different types of methods to make money with the Groove affiliate program. Refer back to that video to learn more. Okay, so here's where you can send people to the homepage. This is where you can send people to the upgrade page. This is where you can go to send people to the product comparison page. And this one is the live webinar. Now, just to make it a little bit more simple for you, if you want to check out some of our previous trainings, which includes how to leverage on all the different things that you see over here, as well as Asher's previous training on how to make these links look a little bit better, okay, then you are recommended to go to grooveover.to/anytime. The same, write down, if you can help me to do this, Asher, right below Asher, you can see the link grooveover.to/anytime. Go there to see our replays of our previous Groove at Anytime sessions. Find the one where Asher actually joined us, and you will be able to actually see his strategies on how to make your links look more professional, how we can, get these links to promote our affiliate programs and everything along those lines. Okay, so that's step number 1, is to make sure that you have something to promote in the first place. And so this, for those of you who are starting out, again, go to groovejv.com. This is where you will find this particular page. Okay, and this is where you will get your affiliate links. Again, simply scroll down to where you said promotion tools, click on links, and you will be able to find these particular affiliate links for you. Okay, so with that said, the next step then, what should we do, Mr. Asher? Once we have these affiliate links, maybe we'll want to make it pretty in the way that you explained to us in our previous session about 5 days ago. What is the next thing that they should do?
Well, the simple thing is to have your own custom domain URL, or if you want to go to the free method, there are URL shorteners. So those would be the simplest thing to do. In fact, that's a very good practice to just repeat if you are to talk about that, right? So was that the end of that question, Simon? Or should I just carry on with that?
Go ahead and carry on. And then, because now we want to continue on with that question, right? How do we actually monetize, or actually try to get that free traffic at the very least? That's step number 1, is to get that traffic before we can make the sale. So we want to talk about content marketing. We want to see what you have to share on that topic.
Alrighty, dighty. Okay, so I was speaking a little bit earlier. So anyway, I just saw some other remarks come in. So yes, thank you so much. This is the Who band. And how can I forget? My gosh, because my surname is Hu in Chinese, in Mandarin. So that's the thing to remember. So that's how I can remember, right? So the Who band. And definitely you want to delegate out 80% and keep the stuff that you are good at and just outsource the rest. But again, like I said, what I was saying earlier, you got to inspect what you expect, right? So you make sure that you know what you're outsourcing, so that you can give qualified responses, right? Okay, so Coach Ryan Jarata, how did you do that? Okay, that's you gotta come over to gotta head over to look for me before I can talk about that. It's a long thing to discuss about how is that done. All right. So this question over here, is free solo ads reliable? Getting mostly bots. I understand what kind of traffic I'm getting from solo. There's your answer, my friend. There's your answer. Okay. Unfortunately, when it comes to free solo ads, when you're talking about free solo ads, you can never be too sure on the quality there. So could they work? It could. But in terms of my personal experience, free in this case usually isn't that fantastic because they have been hammered, pummeled, squeezed, and like crunched as much as they can already. So because it's free, so everybody's coming with whatever offers. So the quality of traffic you're gonna get from this will not be that fantastic simply because they've been squeezed to Kingdom Come. So that's my take. So are there strategies to make that to make it convert? Yes, there are, but it will require a lot more effort. So I wouldn't go with this method. So you don't understand the quality of traffic from solo ads. There are good ones. There are definitely good ones, but the good ones require you to pay for it. And I would say that won't be in the context of this discussion. And so solo ads, I would say go for the quality ones, and you need to find it. Okay. So, all right. So that's a very short answer for that question. Okay. So coming back a little bit, I was talking about, right? So we want to talk about this thing over here. So when we're talking about getting attention on the internet, okay, so the way I like to do it is to get a free method. So we got to get attention through free marketing. Then afterwards we keep them. So by keeping them, it's kind of like what Simon said correctly. We want to convert them through a business using this part convert. So we are using Groove. We're promoting Groove. And then if you keep this whole cycle moving, then therefore it helps you to create a business. It allows you to create an actual income stream for your business. Okay, so this is the reason why I really believe that if you're able to catch enough attention for your business, it can actually help you to make a living online, right? So how do we actually go? One of the very simple things is when we're going into free traffic is content marketing. Content marketing, so welcome back. Okay, so hi Stefan, good to see you. Right, welcome back. So when it comes to free content, okay, there's a million ways to do it, all right? But one of the easiest ways, like I was talking a little bit earlier, is the reason why I like free content is because if done right, it stacks over time. Some of the videos that I've done many years ago, I'm still getting traffic, okay, to this very day. And those videos were made a long time ago. Someone can definitely attest to that, where he made videos long time ago, and to this very day, it is still getting him traffic. So that's the reason why free has that advantage. It lives forever on the internet as long as you're helping different people. And the good thing about it is that the internet you can never outproduce the internet, right? If you ever think that you're producing too much, you are not. Trust me, you are not producing more than enough content. Most people, however, feel that they're putting up too. Maybe I'll put it this way: when it comes to content, most people are actually erring on the other side of doing too little, right? So and then they hope that when they put up one video, one podcast, one image, one post, one article, they're supposed to get a lot of traffic. No, my friend, it doesn't work that way. Okay, you need to put a lot of content. That's the reason why content marketing works. But the key point is that you are not just literally putting out content just for the sake of it. Okay, you got to put content that people want. For example, there was this other story that I think on one of the coaching calls I've been on, is that there was this particular author who wanted to promote her book. It was a fictional book. So she created a whole blog and wrote a lot of things, a lot of content. And her blog has a lot of stuff, but no one is coming to her site. So we took a look at the website and we found out that all the content for the website, the titles, the descriptions, are all descriptions about her book, basically the chapters of her book. And the funny thing is, because she's a fictional writer, all of those chapters were made up words. All right. So those made up words, therefore, no one searches for them. Okay. So one of the key things is that when you're creating content, you want to create content that solves someone's problems. That's the easiest method. That's one of the most basic fundamental principles when it comes to marketing online. Create something that somebody wants. Okay, not to say that her book is of no value, but no one is searching for it. No one even knows what those terms are because no one has read her book yet. And because of that, when she puts out titles with those book titles, location titles, whatever it is, no one knows those names. So no one's going to search for that. Therefore, if you want to make your life a little bit easier, please do yourself a favor and do the first step, which is simply research. Okay, so the very first step is to do the research. So when you do research, once you have done the research, then that leads to creating, and creating, you put it online. So that's a very simple thing. All right. So maybe I should draw it, but I don't think I was going to draw it. Just kind of talk about it. Okay. So just kind of, like I was saying, maybe I should. Maybe I just, since I have it, right? So I'm just gonna flex a little bit. Okay, since I got it, might as well flex it, right? So you got to do the research. Okay, research it. After you've done the research, okay, you move into creating it. After you create it, then you put it online. Okay, so you put it online. So research, create, and put it up. Okay, put it up. For lack of a better word. Okay, so you research it, then you create it, and then you put it up online. Okay, so then afterwards, if you do this enough times, you will realize that this concept of creating content, okay, becomes natural. It becomes part and parcel of what you do, a prerequisite before you even start to put out content, because you actually know what are people looking for, right? The research over here. So this is a very key thing to do. Now, research can come in a couple of forms. Research can come in when you're creating content that is that people are talking about. That means online, you can do research tools. You can go online and find different tools. Then afterwards, they give you some words. Or the other method, which I like, is literally speaking to your customers. Okay, speaking to your customers. But that phase requires that you actually have a certain audience already. So therefore, I won't be talking about that. What I'm going to be talking about in this particular sharing, okay, I would say, is just to create content that you can, based on tools they can find online, free tools that you can have access right now. As what Simon says, I agree completely. I like to start with free stuff first, okay, and then I'll make stuff from the free stuff. Therefore, it just keeps building upon. Are there paid tools? All the time, but I like the free stuff as well. So, okay, so what is one of the tools that I kind of like to play around with is, let me just bring up my, let's see, where's my other window? Okay, one of the stuff that I like to play around with is this particular tool. Okay, when I'm doing research, is this thing called Answer the Public. Okay, so this website is called Answer the Public. All right, so this is a free tool. So what you can do is, when you're coming over onto this website, you will see this gentleman over here. He's always there. I don't know why. I don't know what he's talking about. I wish. Okay, so this over here, what you do is you just come to this page and do quick research about what people are searching for. You can head over into YouTube. You can search over into Google. You can get certain keywords. But I like this one because it just makes my life a wee bit easier, and it has a graphical approach. For example, if I'm over here right now, what I can do is, let's say I'm not going to UK, let's go with US, okay? And I can just search in this thing called Groove Funnels, okay? Now, if you notice over here, all right, I put in this thing called Groove, okay? Groove is not a good idea to go with. The reason for that is because Groove is the brand, and Groove means a whole bunch of different things. For example, let me just show you an example, right? If I search on Groove, what would the results be? Oh dear, I hit my results. My gosh, I should have done this. Wait, I have another way. Let me just put this over here. Let me see if I can look another way around. Answer the Public. Okay, so the fun thing about doing it live, right, is that we come across this kind of issues. And the cool thing is, there are ways to work around it, because I've done this quite a few times. So, unless they go by IP, then I'm kind of messed up. Okay, so let me just try that again while I'm just clicking around. So the reason why I like this particular tool is that it allows me to be able to do quick. Oh yeah, it does goes by IP. All right. Anyway, let me see if I can do on that. Okay. Anyway, I'll just talk about it, what I can do rather. So what you do is that when you search over here, you will realize that on this page, they will give you a graphical representation, okay, of this. For example, this is what they will do. They will literally show you all this different information about why people are looking for, how, what, whatsoever. So I use this tool to be able to get all the information that I need in a glance. All right. So actually, you know what, Simon, if you don't mind, could you maybe just share from your screen, because on my IP address I've already flexed mine. So maybe from your side it might be easier. Thank you, sir. All right.
Trying to do as you were talking. I'm wondering, you don't need to have an account, right? Because it's asking for
so you need you know, because when you're as a free account, you can go up to like 5 searches. So I've clearly hit that for the day. So So if let's just test, let's just search for the word groove, right? So groove is not the best term. Yep. So it's not the best term, but I just want to show you guys when you're doing the search for it, okay, you want to use the right term. So so for this, what you're saying over here, Priscilla, the link is Answer the Public. All right, answerthepublic.com. So if you can scroll down for me, Simon, so you can see over here, all right, so this is what you can see, right? So this is look at the, if you look at the words, right? So you can see like under the let's look at the can. Let's look at the can the what do you call it, tree, all right? Can groove music convert to MP3? Can groove music play CDs? Can groove? So you realize that the words over here are not related to what you want or what we're talking about over here, because groove, there is a groove player for that when it comes to Windows, and there's a whole other what do you call it? There's a whole different kind of stuff. So if you when you look down, okay, when you scroll further down, right, you will notice that this tool actually lets you see what are people searching for. So like these prepositions over here, you can see that groove for this, groove without, groove to, groove with, groove can, groove near, groove is. So you have a plethora of different answers that people are searching for, right? So as Tricia says correctly, right? So you have a 5 minimum searches. It does not more than you have a maximum of 5, rather. So it does not allow for more than 5 searches. Correct. So therefore, I've already maximized. So thankfully, we have Simon here who can help me to do that, right? So now this is not what we're looking for. So therefore, if you're searching for groove, I will save you one search, because actually I'll save you a couple of searches because I've used it and now Simon has used it. So here's what we can do. So Simon, if you can go all the way, you hit the back button and just search for groove funnels instead. Okay, it's just a groove funnels. Thank you, my good sir. Now, so if you scroll down a little bit, so you give some time for the data to come up. This is the first thing, right? So the first thing you see over here, you see how. So groove how, so you can see that in terms of the text, what I can see on the screen is how does groove funnels make money, how to use groove funnels, how to promote groove funnels, which I believe most people have the exact same questions. So what you do quite literally is create content based on this, based on the information you see on the screen. So you are not trying to second guess what are people searching for. But then you might be saying, oh, Asher, there's only 3 questions. And anybody who's watching this video right now could quite literally just make videos and talk about these 3 particular points. True. However, there's the one thing. There are different perspectives that everybody has. Like I shared before, and I think Simon might recall, is right. Perspective and opinion is like a butthole. Everybody has one. All right. So you can give your take. You can actually talk a little bit about your perspective, your opinion on how, for example, how does your answer, how does groove funnels make money, how to use groove funnels, and how to promote groove funnels. There's many ways. But let's go further down. I think let's go further down onto the prepositions. We have 4 over here. So we can see groove is, right? So groove is, we have, when it comes to groove is, we have, is groove funnels legit? Okay, is groove funnels a pyramid scheme? Okay, is groove funnels free? Is groove funnels really free? So we got people who doesn't believe the answer whether it's free or not, so they have to ask, is it really free? So if you have to create a video or an answer, how would you respond to that? I would say, hey, you are here because you're searching for, is groove funnels really free? You're here, you're asking for that because likely you've already asked that whether it's free, and you're here to verify that. So I'm here to tell you it's really free. Okay, maybe just something like that. So it's some of these answers are very, very obvious, very easy to answer questions. So this is just one other way, but let's go a bit further down. Let's scroll a little bit further down. Now we have 24 comparisons. This is the fun part. So when it comes to comparisons, okay, when it comes to different comparisons, this is where it gets a little bit more fun. So you can notice that you have like groove funnels versus. So we have comes to versus. We are talking a little bit about we have versus ClickFunnels versus Kartra versus Kajabi versus Builderall versus WordPress versus Lead Pages versus Shopify versus DropFunnels. So if you look at the green dots, all right. So if you look at the green dots, the darker the color, basically it means that more people are searching for it. So the darker color it is, the more people are searching for it. So clearly, most people are looking into right now. More people are looking into ClickFunnels versus Kartra versus Kajabi. So when you are creating content, okay, you can start to create content that's based on answering these particular information, right? You don't have to get to what do you call, so you don't have to kind of guess too much. This is quite literally the research that people can the research that this website tells you. Okay, this is just one particular tool, right? So you can literally create comparisons about for these particular words, all right? So therefore, when you're creating this particular when you're creating content for these words itself, what I recommend is that don't just go in and say Groove is funnels is the best and the rest don't go for the rest. Or it could be a little bit biased that way. And the recommendation I would say, okay, is you do an actual comparison. You do an actual comparison of why do you think is better and versus, because when you're doing this kind of research, when you're answering this, here's what you want to really consider. Okay, something to really consider is when you are creating content. Okay, when you're doing this research over here, you got to consider the intent. What are people intending to do? So if you see all this information over here, when you're comparing, this is actually a bit further than research. Research, okay, is it really free? Really free or not? There's also buying intent, but they're buying something free. So for this, when they're doing research, I got to point to the right side. Okay, so when they're doing research, you are comparing. So when you compare, they are also a little bit higher on the intent, a little bit deeper, I would say, in the intent. And then from that, you actually answer them the actual comparison. From that, what you can do, an additional thing you can do is that you can actually offer bonuses if you want to. This is a little bit extra about how can you do this particular thing better, right? So if you're comparing to these particular platforms, is there other than comparing, is there a bonus you can offer while they are doing the research? So this is how you can actually tip. You can tip the balance on your scales. No, tip the balance. I kind of forgot how to say that. All right, tip the advantage to your side, right? Just bring the advantage to your side because they're already doing the research. So when they do their research, you answer that content, and then inside the content you lead in with certain free bonuses. Okay, those bonuses could be, for example, like templates. Okay, it could be, for example, you could create a website done for them. You could give them free articles, free PR articles, pre-written articles, free blog, free review, free something. Come up with something. Okay, it's not that hard. You can either create it. I personally like to create the stuff to give away because I get a lot of value by giving something that is original from my side. But if you want to find stuff online that you can give away for free, go ahead. Like free graphics, free this, free that. By all means, there's many ways. Okay, so this is one of the things you can do. All right. So then afterwards, so after you created the content, this content, okay, lives on the internet for kind of forever. All right. You can create a lot of content based on the topic over here, based on all the content that you see on the screen already. Okay, so a lot of different content you can create on this. So like, for example, Groove funnels or different stuff. So you can notice that all these are different comparisons. So with all the different content that you are putting out on the internet, okay, with all the different stuff that you're putting out on the internet, okay, what you want to do is this is the research part. Okay, so you are doing the research, and then from that research, you create the answers for that. What if I don't know what to say? What if I don't? Do more research. Okay, do more research. Learn. Okay, do you have to be the expert? Here's the thing, my friend. Everybody's on the internet to learn to do I would say on this day and age. Okay, everyone has research at their fingertips. Everybody has research on their fingertips. What people don't have, or rather they want to say, is on time. So if you can go through all the different research and create those contents that answers those stuff, thereby saving people time, saving people money, because time equals money. If you can save people some effort and offer that as a bonus, for example, that could be something that could tip the scales in your favor. Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, tip the scales in your favor. Okay, so that's what you really want to do. Create the content based on this, and then that's how you kind of convert, which is what I was talking a little bit earlier, right? So to use, not this one over here. Okay, so you kind of want to use this over here, right? So you want to get the attention, then afterwards you want to keep the attention, then you convert that. So you repeat this whole cycle. Okay, therefore when you repeat this entire cycle using free methods, you are stacking the odds in your favor. Will you get a lot of sales on one video? No, you won't. You will not. You need to use free to your advantage, because here's the reason. Here's the thing. When it comes to free, everyone can do it, but not everybody will do it. I guarantee it. Based on the people that's watching this video, this sharing, this training, so to speak, there are people who will take, wow, that sounds good. Oh, I've heard that before. Especially the people who says, I've heard that before. Then the question is, have you done it before? I dare bet, even for the people who have heard it before, a good percentage have not done it before. Okay, so you actually need to do it. You need to take the content and put it into practice. So for the people who actually say, oh, this is basic stuff, I've heard it before. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because this means I'm not stupid. I'm not saying stuff that has never been heard before. I'm saying stuff that is proven, and if you have heard it over years and years and repeated by multiple experts, multiple gurus, multiple marketers, and if you're not doing it, then my question really is, why not? Why not? People are already doing it. There are so many people making use of free tools to make money on the internet. So why not? So please do it. But even though I say please do it, there will still be people who won't do it. Okay, so be better, right? Be the person that can actually take a more proactive step to create that content. Does it have to be perfect? No, nothing is ever perfect, but you got to get your way there. And the cool thing about it is that when you're doing all this different content, it allows you to evolve. Okay, it allows you to actually find a message. What is the kind of message you want to bring out on the internet to share with different people? That is the kind of thing that when you are putting out free content, as you create, as you do, you'll be able to get better at it. Now, from that, once you have the system, once you have things that are all converting ready, and you got a lot of different kind of content ready, that's the only time where my belief is that's the only time where you start to consider paid media, paid ads. Okay, we're not going to get into that, but because getting attention, it's always there's this very closely related terms. When you're getting paid media, doing paid ads whatsoever, my philosophy is that you need to have a system, a whole machine that's working well for you, tested already before you do the paid ads. Okay, otherwise you could be wasting a lot of money, unless you have enough money to get you research quick. That's a different topic altogether, but that gets you the results faster. You know what works. For example, that's how Tim Ferriss got the title for his book, The 4-Hour Workweek, because he literally created ads with different titles, and the 4-Hour Workweek was the one that won with the most views, the most clicks, whatever. So he went with that. So that allows him to do quick research. Okay. So anyway, coming back. So okay, let me just look at some of the questions over here. So do I have a template for content and content plans? That are, again, my friend, research. Okay. So I'm giving you the answer that you probably don't want to hear, but it's the answer that you need to know. You can either create that content, you can actually get templates. There's actually quite a lot of stuff available on the internet because people are giving away free content. Okay, before I get to that, I just remembered something that I wanted to share that someone was talking a little bit earlier, and I agree with, is that when you're putting out content on the internet, here's the thing. This day and age that we live in today, right? There are secrets, the fake gurus I was talking a little bit earlier, right? When it comes to giving away your free stuff, you're talking about kind of stuff, this is where I learned from Evan Pagan, he's moving the free line. When you take the stuff you've got that is really very good, you put it on the internet, you share it, just teach and give your best stuff away for free, give it all the way out. Then that's how you kind of make money. Then some people ask, how do you actually make money from that? Here's the thing. When you are giving away all this free information, free courses, free whatsoever, everybody on the internet can do some kind of research to be able to get to those kind of answers as well. That is, what answers you have is not new. Okay, there is no answers. There's internet that is new already. Whatever is available under the sun, a scriptural text, all right, whatever's under the sun, everything's already been found, all right. All we are doing is simply packaging that thing into different forms so that we are able to, I kind of like to move my hands around, into different forms, okay, to be able to get people's attention and to be able to bring the idea across. But when you give away your free stuff, what is the thing that you don't give away for free? The answer is your time, okay? Your time is the thing that you don't give away for free, but the knowledge, the content, whatever you've got, you can give it away for free. The specific application of how your content applies to different people's context, the situation whatsoever, that's the part you don't give for free. Okay, that's the part you actually you get into. You know what? If you want to learn how to do whatever I'm saying, come to my class, pay for it, or come to my coaching, whatever. That's the kind of thing you want to go for. Okay. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. Again, I have a whole bunch of different topics. I'm just going to like push it to the side. Okay. So yeah, so that's a bit of a spiel. So anyway, coming back over here. So thank you so much for saying this Facebook user. Actually, it's on the money. I'm not stepping on any coins at the moment or any dollar notes. So yeah, so it's a very stupid joke. All right. So Groove Pages Training. Was it Nicholas? I think if I don't remember his name. All right. So I didn't remember wrongly. So welcome back, Nicholas. So research. Even bad research can and will beat those that don't do any research every time. That is very correct. Okay, so do some research. Okay, get some research done, and then create a content based on that. All right, and self-liquidating UPO. Okay, plus affiliate link. That is another way to do it as well. Correct. So you have something unique that helps them, and then and the thing is, here's the thing: when you are creating those free videos, putting it online to share with different people, and then just giving away free content whatsoever. Sometimes it's just a tipping point, you know, and a lot of people, especially for the newbies, they are not so savvy, I would say, okay, to go around and search and hunt around for all these different free bonus, free this, free that. Not so many. And even if they do, if you have an offer that is good enough, okay, if you have an offer that's sexy, you have an offer that is that will help them, okay, save time, save money, save something, okay, save headaches, save something. If an offer that gives a lot of value, okay, that would be the tipping point rather than compared to someone else who has nothing. All right. So, you know, that could just help. That would just give you the added advantage. And the very cool thing is because it's all right now, it's all digital. Okay, you don't have to come up with a book or you don't have to come up with something like that. You don't have to come up with something physical. You can come up with something digital and give it away for free. So when you give stuff away for free as a bonus, you can keep repeating this giveaway for free for people who sign up as a paid user, for example, or even as a free user. Sometimes you might want to do that, depending. You know, you could. So if you really want to tip the scales in your favor, free users get one bonus, paid users get like a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't know. Go wild. Go and try. All right. So the only thing that will actually really work is if you try it out. Do it. We got this Shia LaBeouf. Do it. Just do it. All right. So that's the kind of thing. All right. So I just like to have some fun. All right. So yeah. So do research on that. So yeah, agree. So Stefan agrees with you, Nicholas. Oh yeah, Nicholas, like a very famous guy right now. Everybody knows him. All right. So knowledge is infinite. Not discover and package and share for free, then make sales. Yeah. So what you do is you actually just give away the information you've got. Okay. Now this is scary, especially because some of the information you're going to put out there might be, you might feel it's proprietary. Fact is, it's it may not be. Okay. Because a lot of the data that we have seen on the internet or the research we found on the internet can have already been shared somewhere. But it's okay. It's okay, even if whatever you're seeing, okay, is familiar. Okay, it's okay. Now, the thing that makes a bit more sense is if you are able to get the attention. This is something I would call maybe is the Pareto principle. No, not Pareto principle. The name skipping my head right now. But the principle is this: if you're able to get multiple small yeses, you get to the big yes. Okay, that's a very simple philosophy that was used in the ancient of times. I think it's Aristotle or something. I really can't remember the name. But if you are putting out content, and then when you put content out, when you state a particular answer, and they say, "Ah, yeah, that's true," that's a small yes. Smaller? Yes. Okay, so if you answer this, so every time you repeat an answer that is already available on the internet, it is actually stacking the favor, the tips, the favor in your odds, in a sense, because you are winning the logical argument. You are saying the yeses. They are waiting for that big, maybe that amazing answer. That payoff could come through a mystery of a free product, a free bonus. That could be one way you can do it. All right. So that's how you kind of position it. You get the small yeses, you win. You answer the stuff there. So you tell people what they should know. And then at the last point, you give say, you know what, if you want more, just get my stuff with my offer, right? Just sign up and I give you this stuff, blah. So this kind of like, I hope you guys are trying get what I'm trying to get at. Okay. So let's see. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm just rambling. Okay, so I'm just rambling. Let's see. Okay. Since PayPal doesn't cover my country, waiting for eternity to get my EIN from IRS for Stripe, I can't use either PayPal nor Stripe. Is it possible to integrate Payoneer or have Groove Wallet? Frankly, I don't know. Frankly, I don't know. Because you know what? I am not a Groove staff. I'm not. Okay, I'm just another Groove user like you guys. Frankly, for Mongolia, I'm not too sure how this thing will work. And what there are ways around it. So I think maybe you have a discussion with some of the staff, okay, and maybe just look around. There are other alternatives. So you can, for this point, maybe you have to get a little bit creative. Okay, maybe you have to get a little creative. So sorry, I don't have the answer for you. Buyan Mac. I hope that's the correct pronunciation of it. Buyan Mac. Buyan. Okay. All right. So hello there, Facebook user. Okay. Comma. All right. So Groove Wallet bank transfer for withdrawal of affiliate earnings. It could, but I think all right. That's anyway. Yes, thank you so much, Simon. Yeah, so at the very bottom, okay, go to support.groovedigital.com or head over to again. Anyway, if you have any of these particular questions, keep on seeking the answers. Hopefully, you will get that soon. Okay. So hi, Miles Hub. Okay. Yes, you're not late. Okay, you're not late because like what you say over here, it's anytime. It's anytime. So we don't even know when we're coming on sometimes. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the Groove at Anytime over here. Groove at Anytime show. All right. So yeah. So content and information are like flowers. It all may be flowers, but different flowers attract different people. So package your content like a flower. You are a unique flower. I don't know why I did that. I can't remember. There was it's just a cartoon character I can think of that kind of answered, that kind of talked that way. I think it's Pepe Le Pew, is it? I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, so content information are kind of like flowers. You kind of need to grow them. Different people will be attracted to different kind of stuff. Package it nicely. So I like that. I like what Nicholas is saying. Package your content like a flower. Okay, so which free traffic source convert well? Which free traffic source convert well? All of them. Yeah, all of them. What do you mean? It went up.
And I think this is a good in combination with what you mentioned earlier. In fact, there's a lot of things that you kind of talked about earlier that can all kind of boil back down into one full circle, which is, we're talking about free traffic. Obviously, we also want free traffic that converts well as well. And then we were also answering questions about people who want templates and themes. And you made a really good point about you creating your very own content for your own bonuses, because it's just a lot more valuable, especially if you have a much longer term vision for your business. You want to build relationships with those customers, right? You don't just want to send them one way and then completely lose track of them, lose touch with them, and you have to completely build relationship from scratch all the way again the next time you promote something, right? So in hindsight, a lot of what Asher just shared is all tremendously powerful in that he is recommending that you create your own content for the long term. He is recommending that you come up with something on your own, but then he's also saying that it's okay because there are many people who are also doing it and with much success, that you can actually use other methods as well. And just like Asher, the entire team at Groove, they're also internet marketing experts, which is why if we take a step back a little bit, we're really talking about, yes, free traffic. Yes, we're talking about the promotions of your own products, maybe even different types of affiliate programs. But at the end of the night, what we're also talking about is that you use what you learned today for the free traffic and everything else, and you go ahead and use that towards promoting the Groove products, right? You're using it to promote the Groove affiliate program, which is why earlier when we showed you this screen, right, we saw how you can use this to get your links. Again, this is groovejv.com. However, what you'll also notice is that right here on the side, there are other promotional tools here as well. And I actually created a lot of these tools for the team as well. And just so that you know, as Asher mentioned, a lot of different traffic sources that are free can be high converting. But number one, you need to know what you're doing. Number two, you need to make sure that the whole getting attention, the grabbing attention and keeping their interesting is all being effectively done. And number three, you're doing it enough so that you're not just doing it once. You don't just have one blog article, for example. You don't just have two. You're going to eventually have a dozen, 50, 100 or more, so that eventually you have a whole bunch of them all across the internet. And so the Groove team, they've done a really good job just trying to get us started, okay? So if let's say you want to start from the beginning, and let's say you want to do it one step at a time, well, one of many different free methods that you can try is, of course, using blogs. And so there is a section over here without actually telling you and without directly training you that blog marketing is effective. Groove is already doing it for you and telling you that it is effective because they created a blog review right here for you, right? So it's actually telling you that these are the strategies that you should be using. And yes, this one is pre-written, which means that, well, if you want to consider it a template, if you want to consider it as something that you want to model after, if you want to consider this as something that you want to get you inspired so that you can write a new one yourself, whatever the case might be, these are obviously just one of many different articles that you should be posting on your blog. Just like what Asher said, is one piece of content going to make you a whole bunch of sales? Chances are not really. Okay, and especially because this is a theme, because this is a template, because this is a swipe, which means hundreds of thousands of other Groovesters also have access to this exact same article right here, right? It means that, of course, if you are relying just on this one article to put on your blog to make you 1 million sales, it's quite frankly very unlikely that it's going to happen. So what should you do? Maybe you can use this because Groove has already given you permission to use this, but don't stop there. Create a second article, get a 5th article, write a 10th article, upload and eventually post hundreds of articles over time. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't even have to be within the next few weeks or even the next few months. Over time, continue to add new content. As Asher mentioned, ideally, your own content. Ideally, something that's unique. Because all day long, people can ask for more articles, more blog reviews, more videos, more content, more themes, more templates. But what that means is Groove is not going to create it and give it to you just for you to use. When it's over here in all the promotional tools, hundreds of thousands of other fellow Groovesters and partners and affiliates will also have access to the exact same tools, the exact same content, the exact same swipe files. So it's not going to make you all that unique. As much as Groove can continue to give them more content and give you more content and put them right here in the tools, it's not necessarily the one distinction that is going to make you different from all the other affiliates who also have access to the exact same content and tools and resources, which means that eventually, if you are going to want to have that long-term success, you will need to have to create your own content. But it doesn't stop with just blogs. As you can see, there's articles, there's banners, there's thank you page ads and log out page ads. A lot of these actually are free with the exception of Facebook ads, right? Thank you page ad is actually just something that appears on your thank you page, an image. It's not even really an ad, right? It's an ad, as in it's an ad on your particular site, but it's not advertising that you need to pay for. So yes, it is still free in that respect. So everything that you see over here, these are all free traffic generation methods. And yes, they work. That's why we spent the time to put this together for you. That's why we spent the time to actually write all these different reviews and social media posts, not just for Facebook, but also for Twitter and also for LinkedIn and many other things along those lines. And yes, video marketing also works. Video marketing is a big part of content marketing. And yes, it is free as well, or it can be free unless you choose to do, YouTube video ads or Facebook video ads or what other kinds of video ads. But yes, there are free options as well. And just to give you, again, some examples, you go to videos and then you click on this. And I don't know if you can hear the video or anything, right? But you'll see that a familiar face in the beginning with a familiar voice, breaking my arm, patting myself on the back. I created this video, okay? But I created this video for the use of affiliate marketing for you as affiliates. So this is why it's in this particular tool so that you can actually use it. Another video over here, Groove Pages SEO. Did you know that Groove Pages is awesome for SEO? So you played a video, right?
Did you know that Groove Pages
And maybe that
awesome
sounds a little bit familiar to you as well, because I also created this video. And for this one, the GrooveFunnels 10 Reasons, this one is actually a voiceover done by Donna Fox because we wanted to make this a Watch Mojo type of style. But I actually put the script together. I put the video together and I helped her out in creating the video as well. So yes, video marketing also works. And the reason why we put in the time, the effort, the energy to creating all these videos for you to use is because we want you to use them. We want you to use strategies that are proven to work. And so going back to your question, yes, there are plenty of different free methods that you can use that you can kind of get a sense on right here at groovejv.com. They are all effective. If they're not effective, I wouldn't waste my time talking to you about them right now. We wouldn't waste your time creating all this content for you just so that you can, again, waste your time to put them into your own blogs and your own social medias and everything else and upload them onto your own YouTube videos just so that you can see for yourself later on that it doesn't work. Obviously, everything works. And that is why we created all this content for you. And so another great point that Asher also made a little bit earlier is that it does, at the end of the day, has to do with you, because I can already foresee how some people looking at some of this content, maybe watching this video, taking a look at some of these promotional tools, they'll say, oh yeah, I know about blogs. I know about articles. Yeah, I know about social media. Great. If you know about it, are you using it? Are you getting results with it? Because just knowing is not enough. Even all the way back on several instances on the Groovathon, talking to so many experts, I say that yes, the biggest myth in the world is that knowledge is power. Wrong. It's only part of it. Implementation of that knowledge is the true power. So I can't tell you how many times, just like what Asher has mentioned, right? I go, and let's say I was doing a live seminar and I was teaching my content in front of thousands of people. And there's always, without fail, at every single one of these events, you're going to meet people who are what we call smart Alex, people who are wannabes, who are big talkers, and they are pretty much know-it-alls. Oh yeah, I did not learn anything new. Everything that you shared, I already know. Why should I work with you? If I was promoting a course, why should I invest in that course? Why should I, try and learn more from you when you didn't actually teach me anything new? Then I say, congratulations. If you already know all these things, you must be a millionaire by now, right? You must have all these great results. You must know exactly what you're doing. Why are you here? Why are you listening to me? Why, instead of complaining to me about how I suck, right? Why don't you go out there and be more productive of your time and start implementing what you supposedly already know? right? So at the end of the day, it's not just what you know, it's not what you claim you know, is that if something actually works, and maybe you're hearing it for the first time, maybe you've heard it before, but if you do absolutely nothing with it, you're also not going to get any results. So despite knowing that blogs work, I'm sure many of us do, how many blog posts do you actually have promoting GrooveFunnels using your affiliate link? Did you even take a look at the templates or the swipe file that is already pre-written for you? Have you even checked out? Thank you very much, Asher, for showing that. I didn't realize that it wasn't even showing anymore. For the articles, do you check out the articles, right? The press releases that's already been pre-written for you. And have you written your own? Have you been doing your own work? Have you updated or uploaded or embedded any of these videos on your own blogs, your own sites, or anywhere else? And how many of these have you actually created for yourself? Because like what Asher said, it's not just going to happen with one video, not with 2 videos, not even all 3 videos. You will need to continue to keep doing that. And you will need to combine that with more and more blog reviews, maybe dozens of articles, maybe a whole bunch of banners across all of your sites and different properties on the internet. Maybe you also need to continue to post on social media, on your own pages, in your own groups, on your profiles, wherever else you're trying to attract new traffic. So ultimately, it will take a lot of work. Yes, it might take a lot of time. Yes, but if you want free, that's just a give and take, right? If you want the instantaneous, I want to get my marketing message in front of thousands and thousands of people, then yeah, you're going to need to pay for it, whether it's Google ads, whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's Twitter ads or Instagram ads or LinkedIn ads or YouTube ads or whatever other kind of ads. You can always use paid ads and you can get your message out in front of lots of people. Now, for the purpose of today's training, we're not talking about paid ads. I know that for many of us, we want free methods, we want free strategies, and by no means are we even saying that your free methods are limited just to what we have over here. In fact, we're probably going to have more sessions in the future, even including Mr. Asher himself, that we will be talking more about different methods that could work that might not be mentioned right here in the GrooveFunnels promos. So if you're interested in learning more about that, make sure that you put yes right there in the comments. Welcome back, Mr. Asher, again, because this guy actually has a lot to share. But ultimately, I talked about earlier, my event organizer friend interviewed me last night for his community, and he asked me many different questions, including, well, what is going to make somebody successful? What is the biggest differentiation between somebody who will get results versus somebody who doesn't? And my answer is, quite frankly, as cliche as it sounds, your attitude. Okay, as they say, your attitude is going to determine your altitude. I can't tell you how many people where it doesn't really matter what it is exactly that they're saying it, how they're saying it, where they're saying it. Maybe it's like from a comment, maybe it's to me face to face, maybe they're just being anonymous and keyboard warriors in the back. But here's the thing. If they're negative in any way, they're just complaining, oh, this doesn't work, or I can't make it to these Groove at any time sessions because number one, you're not on during the times that I'm awake. Well, hey, sometimes we're on at different times. Sometimes I'm on in the middle of the night, my time. Sometimes I'm on in the morning. Sometimes we're on in the afternoon. It doesn't matter what time we're on. That's why it's called anytime, number one. Number two, just because it's midnight or while you're sleeping, we're on at that time. It, again, doesn't matter where we are. Somebody's always sleeping somewhere around the world. Right? This is a global community. But at the same time, all those other people, they just come back and they watch the replays, they comment on the replays and say, hashtag replay, oh, this is great. And they still interact as if it's live. Those are the kinds of people that we see results from. So if you want to actually become successful, if you want to have the right mindset, for the right attitude, for the right results, you need to start right up here. You need to know that, yes, all these things are effective, but you need to take action. You can't just say that it doesn't work. You can't just say, oh, not just any time, but the David Lemon sessions or your webinar, they're on during the times where I'm not available. Well, guess what? Not everybody is always available during those times as well. So, for me, if there are certain trainings that are on in the middle of the night, I stay up in the middle of the night, through the middle of the night to watch those trainings if it's important enough to me. So that's the kind of sacrifice that you'll need to take. And Asher is the exact same thing. Several times I was talking to him at 2, 3 a.m. in the morning for a number of hours until 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. He's like, bro, I gotta go. I got another training, right? At 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So this guy, confusing. This guy, he is also a great example, leading by example of somebody who knows that, yes, he needs to implement, he needs to make sacrifices, and ultimately he's going to get his results based on his attitude, his own responsibility, and the way that he actually makes his own business, his own goals mandatory and priority. So I know that's a little bit of a long-winded type of answer, but ultimately, whether you're looking for free methods, whether you're looking for paid methods, it doesn't really matter. The strategies themselves work, absolutely, for sure. But most of the time, a lot of the strategies that are already in existence, maybe you know about them, maybe you don't. But if you don't apply with the right attitude, you're open to continue to learn, continuing to improve, then you're also not going to get any results. And so for the purpose of everything that we're talking about here, obviously we want you to get results. That's why we continue to do all this training, right? For those of you who are, again, yet another example, these trainings are too long. I see them in David Lemon's comments all the time for months and months and months now. Your trainings are too long, right? Well, guess what? They're long because these are trainings. If you're saying that, oh, my time is valuable, I'm very busy, I'm an entrepreneur, I don't have all these hours to spend, blah, 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 whatever else. Well, if you think that your time is valuable, are you insinuating that David Lemon's time is not valuable? Because he's the one who is actually providing the training. If it's not valuable, if it's not important, if it's not helpful, we won't waste your time. We won't waste our own time to create this training for you. If it requires 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, then that's the time that it takes for us to create this content for you. If you don't have time for it, then don't watch it, okay? You don't have a high enough priority. If it's, you only have half the time, then watch it at double the speed. If you want to watch bits and pieces over the next several days or whenever you have time, then do that, okay? But this is not the place or the time for anyone to take a look at different things and give themselves excuses to not learn new things, not implement new things, because if you really want it, as they say, you will find a way. If you don't want it, then you'll find an excuse. So let's all stop making excuses and appreciate the different kinds of value and other types of content that we have, because not every community, I guarantee, even paid communities, even ones where you need to invest thousands and thousands, yes, in USD, in 10,000, 25,000 will provide you with all the content that you have access right here in this community. So appreciate it. Ask yourself, would you rather be bombarded with an over delivery of content that you don't have time to consume right now? Or would you rather be in a community where they don't give you the time of day? They don't share with you. They're not on live. They're not on with any types of training or webinars or content. They just let you do whatever you want. Would you rather be in that community? Because I'll guarantee you will have all the time in the world. If you're busy, no worries, because these communities, they're not going to take up any of your time. If you'd rather be in those, then go there. But if you want to learn, you want to know that there is a community of leaders, fellow experts, fellow Groovesters, just like Asher, who are caring enough about you. This is the weekend for him. He can be out enjoying time. He has family. He was out very soon, his little nephews, that he can play with. But he is here sharing with you. This is the kind of community that we have. So if you're here, you want to appreciate, maybe you even want to contribute, you want to be a part of what we do, reach out to me, reach out to Asher. We welcome you, right? But it obviously takes a certain kind of person, with a certain type of attitude and a mindset in order to not only appreciate what we have, but also want to contribute. So at the end, I believe that it is extremely important for us to understand everything that we have going on, understand the intentions of all of our fellow leaders and experts and people who want to share with you, and make sure that we do them justice And we're not asking for even a thank you. We're not asking for a consultation fee. We're not asking to be paid. This is a Groove community. Even if you're here on a free lifetime membership account that you never intend to upgrade ever, you still have access to all this training. This is public, by the way. This is right there on YouTube. It's right there on the Facebook page. It's on Twitch, right? This is free. So for all of you who appreciate that and you want to be here, then make sure that you know your way of saying thanks is not by saying thanks, it's by taking action and showing us that you're applying what we're sharing. Because again, the reason for this is we want to help you, right? If it's not helpful, if it's not going to be helpful to you, it's not valuable, we won't waste your time, we won't waste our time to share this with you. So since you're here, since you're watching, let's make sure that we maximize our time together and to maximize your results as well. Something you want to add?
Yeah, definitely. I think when it comes to, if you ever hear someone saying that, if your training is too long, you could rebut with, is your attention span that short? So, because the thing, what I think was very cool is that, coming from that, usually the people who say something like this, right, tends to be the people who haven't been creating content. And I think for people like us who've been doing content, sharing content and training so often, it's normal to see something like that, and that's the reason why if you want attention, if you want people to pay attention to you, and if you want a particular answer, you gotta search for it. And if you can't be there on time, well, search for it. Anyway, if you don't mind, let's go look to the comments. The comments. I think we have a whole bunch of comments we can go through, man.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, so we have miles out of countries to create a process and payment gateway, then use that checkout system. Yeah, okay, all right. So I'm not too sure that, but yes. LOL. Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Hope that you like it. Trusa, so you are at the Freedom Lifestyle Challenge. Okay, I'm just looking at your icon. We have, as an example, Nicholas has followed Simon for 10 years before he took action on his info. It was his consistency and great content that got him in the end. It took 10 years to finally get you, Nicholas. So, yeah. And Miles, okay. So Simon and Ash has the best advice to proceed with your endeavors. Okay. You can use their teachings as a core foundation for a digital business and build upon them. You advance in digital marketing. This is a 10,000K, 10,000K information. That's how much? 10,000K is like 1 million. K is 30, so 10 million. It's a 10 million information you're getting for free. Okay, don't pass it off as insignificant just because you're getting for free. This is information people pay 10K plus for. Here's the thing, my friends. There will still be people who do nothing with it. And here's another extra stuff for you to know. Even people who pay tens of thousands of dollars for some courses, they still don't take any action with them. Simon can attest to that. There are people who pay for stuff and do nothing. Yet, there are people who pay nothing for it, but because of something they've read online, they took action, they got more results from that. So, it doesn't depend on the information. It doesn't depend on the information. It depends on the listener. Do you want to be from a listener convert into a doer? All right. So, anyway, I think, Simon, for both of us, we're kind of like Asian. So because of us, we get into like, what are you doing? Why you don't do this? We just like, we whack down. It's tough love, man. It's tough love. I think for our friends in the other side of the world, they're not so direct. They're more nice about it. But we give you the ninja. We whack you. Do not smack you. I smack you.
Parents, man.
We beat our kids. Yeah, we beat our kids. I'm just kidding, but not really. But we do that anyway. Anyway, so yes, I have to create unique content. Great, go for it, Sandesh. Go for it. What's amazing to me is that they see just a couple dozen live watching, but they deliver like 100K is watching. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Miles, for saying that. Appreciate it. Hey, every person over here is someone attempting to change their own financial destiny. And if any of us get the opportunity to be part of that, I consider it an honor to be able to be part of that, to be able to help anyone to be able to get towards their financial goals. Okay. So yeah, do I have to spend 10 years? Definitely. Welcome. Or yes, modify. You could modify as well. Let's see. Yes, you are now on a Faster with the Groove team, and for chance, do it, man. Okay, so Simon's that's right, Simon. But even a negative engagement works in your favor. That's right. That's true. That's very true. Simon's show helps to keep going. Without this, we'll get stuck, procrastinate, etc. True. Very true. So just keep going, man. The way to get out of procrastination is just kind of do something. You may not be the best thing, but just get doing something, right? I'm a professional procrastinator. Right? I'm so good at procrastinating. I have a degree, but I'm so bad at it. I actually got a degree already. It's because it's kind of like a contradicting thing. I'm so bad, I never got it. I'm so good, I never got it. Never mind. Robots only look at engagement. They don't care if it's negative or positive. Don't stress over negative. It's helping you also. Yes, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Miles. Appreciate it. All right. So, never too proud to say I can learn from others and often be reminded of things to do. Love the group community. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Asher. Okie dokie. Thank you. Asher's presentation is very valuable. Search askthepublic.com. Thank you. And produce a bunch of short videos in a day and schedule broadcasts for the next few months. That's a plan already. Do it, man. This is the action, right? Take the action for it and just make it happen, right? So definitely. So it wasn't really a presentation, just me just talking. But yeah, it's a presentation. Okay, it's a presentation. I hope you like that present. Okay, never mind. I tend to. All right. So where I going? Okay, so definitely Simon is anytime grooving. So this is for you, Simon. I think I saw this when you're talking. So dude, you're on. Party time. Yeah, buddy. Time to reckon. Let's go. Okay. The community is here 24/7, 365. Don't be afraid to ask us a question. And David Lemon is definitely great. Okay. And I'm very grateful. Gary Knight, good to see you, man. If you don't have time to learn, you will never go forward. Time greater than money. So length of training should measure up to money earned in the future. Okay. Invest in yourself. Definitely. So if you don't schedule time to learn, you and your business will not grow from where you are now. Okay. Let's see. Can I say I got a better way without being suppressed? I got a gift for teaching beginners. I really do. I wish I could discuss it with those in charge. I could cut the drop-off rate by 20%. Seriously. Perfect, man. Come on. If you're really good at helping, at teaching gifts, you have a gift for helping beginners. All right. So I'm not sure if you. Yeah, reach out. So the man here just said it. So reach out, not to me, because I'm not a staff. Okay, I'm just another dude here. I'm just being invited here
because you're also training, and so am I. So I mean, reach out to Asher or myself. I wouldn't know who on the Groove team or the leader or whatever else is the right person to actually send you to, but reach out to me or Asher and let's get the conversation going and see where we go from there.
Yeah, and so if you send it to me, I'll say, hi, good to see you. How can I help you? And then if there's anything that regards to Groove kind of stuff, I will take this and use the best skill of the Chinese, the Tai Chi. I'll just pass it over to Simon. Anyway, but feel free to say hi. I'll be happy to have a chat discussion with you. Right. So, and Sandesh, you got this. You definitely got this. Shay. All right. I think this is the first time I'm seeing your comment here. Shay. Okay. Love it. Awesome. Okay. My bad. Step. Sorry. No, it's fine, man. Okay. We'll say it's good. Let's see. Main thing here is I feel peace and harmony. It's not pushy as in community. That's why I like Groove community. Okay, I'm not sure which other community, but there are pushy. There are very pushy communities. The most pushy communities is the push-up community. Okay, never mind. It's a very lousy joke. Okay, so LOL. Okay, you push because you care. You push. Okay, so. Okay, so thanks guys for donating a lunchtime to teach us new. Oh, come on, we're all mortals, my friend. We are all mortals. So we are all working together. We're all trying to make things happen for ourselves, for our loved ones, and just make something happen, right? And also because, Jay Tyson mentioned it, it's about time. Okay, so and there is no difference with Groove. Yeah, as good as Groove stuff anytime. Thank you, kinda. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Miles, you guys are awesome. Love the way you handle live engagement. Hey, awesome. I think that's week. Okay, I caught up with all the comments, so I like to have to read the different comments.
You're always good at that. Okay, cool. So we are approaching. Well, we're past 3 p.m. already. I think you have your family coming pretty soon. But I think
now they mentioned it, actually, my it's not that I like to play my kids, my nephews. My nephews have to play with me, so I'm just like okay, do this. It's okay.
Anyway, regardless sure there's a lot more in terms of content that we can think of to share in the future. So if you would be so kind, I mean, you already did agree to come back and do different types of series. And so that's why we are so blessed to be in this community, because where else are you going to get hours and hours of Mr. Asher Owl, right? This is actually something that is unheard of. I think for even your own live sessions and in your own groups, you're not even as active, and neither am I. So in terms of everything that we do, of course, we do want to make sure that we, provide as much value and content to all of our groups as much as possible. But I also believe that, you're also very busy, and as time continues and we're approaching the end of the year, we also have our own personal goals that we want to achieve. And so that's an open invitation, whether it's Miles or whether it's anybody else who wants to, reach out, talk to us. We're open to discuss different types of collaboration opportunities. Asher's got his stuff going on. I've got my stuff going on, and we're also collectively doing a lot of things with Groove. If you want to be a part of the Groovement, if you want to do, a lot of the things that we do, and maybe be on our team and contribute as a content creator, or maybe you have different skills like copywriting, maybe you're good at creating content, maybe you have video editing skills, or you can create graphics, or I'm just obviously just throwing out a whole bunch of random things. If you feel like there's in any way, shape, or form that you want to be a bigger part of the Groove community, and let's just say not for recognition, not for acknowledgement, and not with any other intention other than to selflessly want to help, want to give, just like what Mr. Asher, as well as a lot of my other, guest expert friends right here on the show want to do, then reach out to me and let me know what it is that you have in mind. Right now, we're just simply focusing on different ways that we can help fellow Groovesters. And so, of course, it's great to be, on the receiving end of all the help, but I'll guarantee it's going to be so much more rewarding when you're helping out and contributing to the actual value. As Zig Ziglar says, you can get everything you want in life if you help other people to do the same thing, help them to get them what they want. And so, obviously I'm not talking about, making money. And this is, I think this concept is probably very inspirational for us to live by, but at the same time, it might also be one of the dangers and one of the biggest culprits that caused the whole fake gurus phenomenon that we're talking about, right? Because they're thinking, oh, I want to make money, so I'm going to try and help other people make money, when in fact that they haven't even gotten successful in the first place. They didn't get the results in the first place, and they really don't know how to make money in the first place. So that's why we call them fake gurus. So we're not saying that if you want to become successful and you want to make money, then you come here and then you start to pretend to be somebody that you're not. No, we're saying that whatever it is that you already are good at, whatever gifts you already have, whatever talent you already have, if you want to bring it to the table, right, and you want to use it to share, and you want to use it to contribute to the Groove community, then we want to hear from you. Because it's the same thing with Asher. He's, again, he's very humble. He's like, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a guru. I did teach internet marketing training in the past, but now I'm just another guy, just like all of you. I'm a fellow part of this community. I don't work for the company, and I'm learning just like everyone else over here. Except I do have certain skills that maybe I can contribute and share. And that's why Asher continues to come back time and time again, because he is passionate about that sharing. And so again, whether you have something that you want to share, or you want to help out in other ways, be in the background for webinars, or you want to write copy or edit videos or create graphics or whatever else, let's all create our own mini Groovements to do even bigger and better things. Okay, so with that, I think for Mr. Asher, if you don't have anything else in terms of content, we can start wrapping up. You can start to, say hi to some of the responses of the comments that are coming in again, as well as putting in some of your final words before we call it a day for this session.
Okay, thank you so much again, Simon. So yeah, I like this one. So I can't see your name, unfortunately. So let's pick up the people, not the pockets. Okay, so I like this phrase a lot. So right, so Not sure where I got it from, but I like it. Okay, it's very smart. So help the people. Kind of just give and help, like what Simon reminded all of us, right? You can get what you want as long as you help enough people get what they want. Zig Ziglar, right? So that's kind of the golden rule as well. So okay, let's see. How do I talk to y'all? I want to give the best thing ever I can. I want to give to everyone free energy with your help. I wish we could have free energy as well. All right, we can pay the bills. So anyway, so that was a joke. All right. So that's for Shane. Okay. So I'm guessing this is all from you. Okay. So thank you so much. So hey, you can chat with us anytime. We're in the community. We're in the group. All right. So you're in the Facebook group as well. So just hit that up. And if you want to hit up Simon, okay. So you can look in the description. I think Simon just put it over there. You can hit him up at this at the link if you want to just have a chat with him. And if you want, my name is Asher Ao. There's only one Asher on the internet. I think there's only one Simon Leong on the internet. So if there's a duplicate, there are more Simon Leongs.
Oh yeah. It's actually a very popular name in Leung is Hong Kong. There's a lot of people in Hong Kong. If you do a search, actually, you will find that there are graphic designers, there's teacher, there's people who play badminton, there are photographers. The vice president of Microsoft is actually Simon Leung as well.
Wow.
And actually, because is so big, I don't know if you have ever heard this phrase in Cantonese. We call it Kele Fe. Okay, so all these people who want to be famous, all these people who want to be singers and actors, they pretty much are just want to be celebrities. There's a whole bunch of also all around the internet. They created social media profiles about themselves and everything. So there's actually a lot of people who have the exact same name as me. But if you do a search on Google, you do a search on YouTube, you do a search maybe even on Facebook, you'll probably see me near the top. So definitely you can connect with me if you want, or just simply send me a message directly right here so that I can personally just chat with you, and let's just have a personal conversation and start our relationship building process right there.
Okay, and wait, there's only one Asher, so this Asher Ao, I'm the only dude on the internet. It's kind of lonely. Not really. I I like it that I'm alone here. So anyway, so yeah. Oh wow. So you see, Simon, they thought they was all you. So I'm talking right now to the VP of Microsoft. Wow. Okay. All right, so that's a couple. That's true. So okay, if you want to see the link again, let me just put it up over here. So it is this over here, m.me/the Simon Leong. So hit him up and have a chat with him. And hey, if you're just for Asher Ao, there's only one Asher Ao. So if there's a second one, please let me know. So I like to say hi to him as well. So hey, brother. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, last words I would say, do it. Just do it. Take the stuff we do, what I've heard today, and just have some fun.
Awesome. So with that is all that we have for you here today. And 1 hour and 42 minutes. We're not always going to reach 2 hours every time, and I don't think that we want to. In fact, I think a lot of people think that 1 hour is too long already, but the very same thing, if it's not important, we won't waste your time or ours sharing this information with you. So hopefully you got something out of it. And if you want to see Mr. Asher again, there you go, right there, boom, right? Make sure that you hashtag thank you Asher, come back Asher, thank him over and over again, because this is something that I believe, with his continued contribution and his continued content, he is going to be a big part of making the Groovement so much better. Okay, so with that, we want to thank you for being here, for joining us. I know that it's the weekend for some of you. I know that it's the middle of night for some of the others who might be in different parts of the world. And at the very least, it is Friday evening or Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. So all of you should go out there, either get your rest or enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I personally will plan to come back on live either tomorrow or the day after, who knows, anytime, any day, on any topic and with anyone. So if you want to see Mr. Asher again, then definitely let him know in the comments, and I will arrange yet another anytime schedule so that we can actually see him again. So thank you very much, Mr. Asher. Thank you very much to all of you who are watching. And of course, on behalf of Groove, on behalf of Asher and myself, Have yourself a great rest of the weekend, and we shall catch you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.